Now, live from Artie's Cut Rate Liquor Store, shooting range, candle shop, bowling alley, massage parlor, it's the Dave and Doc Podcast.
Hello. Happy night. March Madness, baby.
It is March Madness, baby. Episode 101 of the Dave and Doc Podcast. I'm Dave.
And I am Doc.
All things Dave and Doc right there on our website at daveanddoc.com. That's Dave, A-N-D, Doc, D-O-C.com.
Pizza Hut special, baby.
What Doc
Thanks for the ball, man.
What Doc is holding there is a little gift for me.
Legendary. Legendary.
It is.
Takes us back.
So if you folks don't know, years ago, Pizza Hut every year for the Final Four had one of these little mini basketballs, and they were really cool. And Doc was like me and got one every year.
We did.
Sometimes we would just stop to get the ball and not eat at Pizza Hut.
Absolutely.
Because I wanted it every year. And my dad was gracious enough to get me one. And my parents, like a lot of our parents, just threw all my shit away one day. That included.
Yes.
So yeah, you don't need that.
Yes, it did. No, you're good, boy.
So as we're looking at March Madness this year, and Duke is one of the best teams in the country with a real chance to win another natty. I was looking at eBay, trying to buy some blow up dolls, and so I found
some memorabilia paraphernalia.
Yeah. So I something popped in my head. I was thinking about the Pizza Hut balls. I'm like Pizza Hut basketballs or whatever. And the first one I saw was the 1991 Final Four, which was, of course, Duke's first national championship. They beat Kansas that year.
Yes. 72-65.
72-65. Great game, too.
Absolutely.
Juggernaut.
When Roy Williams was the coach of Kansas.
Absolutely. That team, those two teams that was back and forth the whole night.
Mm-hmm. It was a great game.
Great game and a great tournament that year completely. That was it was a great year. But anyway,
the Running Rebels went down.
They did.
By the hands of my Blue Devils after they whooped the Blue Devils 101-71.
Yeah, no, they got the revenge.
They did.
So I thought, what better ball to give Doc
awesome.
than that one. So I thought you would enjoy that.
It does. Like I said, it takes back to our childhood.
Yeah, it does.
Those were so cool. It was just one of those little cool merchandise piece things to have.
Yeah.
And they don't do a lot of stuff like that anymore. There's not as much gimmick stuff.
They did. Well, Pizza Hut and all these other pizza places are going out of business.
Well, that's true.
Breaks
too.
my heart.
They're just
Domino's just filed for bankruptcy too.
Yep, I saw that. And that was after they did a huge rebirth kind of thing trying, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
It is just not. So
yeah, I think there's a lot of craft pizza places that open up in towns now, and I think that's hurting.
And that's what people kind of gravitate to,
because our economy kind of sucks right now.
Yeah,
so
because it's just kind of different,
It is, and I miss the old Pizza Hut, and I miss the basketballs every year. But anyway, little piece of nostalgia there. Thought you would enjoy.
And like I said, March Madness is here.
And don't get me wrong, I bought two of them.
That's okay.
I have another one coming because one of them's going right back here.
That's what I was going to say. You need one for yourself, man, for the memorabilia wall.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
bro.
I love
because that's
those.
Iconic.
It is. I can't wait to get that one, and I might buy some more just to put them up around the.
I think it's awesome.
The office. You guys can't see the rest of the office, but I've got some wall space left around. But hey, big show tonight. It's episode 101 of the Dave and Doc Podcast. Yes. We are officially going to season 3 for this one. So what does that mean for you? Absolutely nothing. It's just a way for us to organize it, or a way for me to organize it.
Because he's the brains of the operation. We all know this. And mine, Vistaprint.
I work the operation, the brains. I'm not sure. That's debatable. That's subjective at best. But also, big show tonight because a friend of ours, Mary Z, is going to be on the show a little later, talking about some of her Amish experiences. And I've heard some
breaking
of these stories.
Amish.
I've heard some
Mary
of these,
Z.
I've heard some of these stories before, and there's horses and there's cricks and all kinds of stuff. And I'm looking forward to that. So I know you folks probably thought we would probably talk about college basketball and stuff. We'll do that next week.
We're fooling you.
So tonight's really going to be more about talking to Mary, and I think you guys are going to enjoy talking with her. But we can't do that before we get to some dad jokes. And I should say that my son, my 14-year-old son, said, "Hey, Dad, I've got some dad jokes, and maybe you could play them on the show." And I'm like, "Hey, that'd be fun." I would play them and then let Doc do his, and then we'd let you folks in the comments tell us which ones you like
what
best.
you think.
Yeah,
see what you think.
And so, he worked hard on these, right? and whatever. I can't play any of them, folks.
He's a stone cold killer.
Holy balls. I told Doc 2 of them, and Doc's like, no. Were they funny? Yes.
Yes.
They were very funny.
Are we canceled? Yes.
If we played those,
yes.
Listen, we don't offend. I offend enough people on the show as is.
I'm in charge of damage control.
Yes, you are. You are the voice of reason on the show where it's like, Dave, don't say that.
So we're gonna do we're following March Madness and real quick, you've got Kansas, Houston, Arizona, Iowa State in your Final Four.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows. I have Duke, Houston, Arizona, Iowa State in my Final Four. Duke gave us a little bit of scarcity anyway, but we're close. We agree on a lot. Why I think Kansas, it doesn't happen is I think St. John's upsets them next round, and then Duke doesn't have to play them. So that's
I think it's better
so,
for the world
so
if
that's
Duke and
be,
Kansas play.
So I mean, it would be pretty awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It's just two blue bloods, banging it out. So, but we're gonna do some March Madness jokes,
of course. Yes.
So we're gonna do that. So and then we'll get into it with Mary Z and all the things because we're super excited. So all right, without further ado, what do you call it when Cinderella busts your bracket? Not your cherry, but your bracket.
What?
March Sadness.
Oh, well, it's not where I thought that was going at all. Huh.
How many 5-star recruits does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Only one, but he gets money, a car, and 18 credit hours for it.
Yes, of course he does. That's where he gets that Vistaprint diploma.
That's right. What do you get when you drive quickly through the Miami Hurricanes campus?
A rash.
An undergraduate degree.
Oh, yeah. Same difference. Hepatitis C.
What does the average blue chip recruit get on his SAT?
What?
Drool. And last but not least, what do you call students who go to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill?
Speaking from the Duke fan here, what's that?
Rejects from Duke.
Oh. Da.
And dadgummit if they didn't get upset-ish day and blow a 19-point lead. And Hubert Davis looked beaten after that game.
He looked like he was already figuring out where he's going to live.
I mean, right? That was bad. He just looked straight defeated.
What'd you get on your SATs?
I did not take the SAT, actually.
Oh.
We did not have to do that. I took the ACT. And as I recall, my memory fades a lot in this old age. And I don't remember what this equates to on the SAT because it is a little bit different.
Yeah,
you have verbal and math on the SAT. You have science, reading comprehension, English, and math on the ACT. ACT is more of a Tennessee thing, but I made a 30.
Yeah.
And that was before they did like the composite thing. Now they do like a super score.
Yeah.
So
it's a little different now.
If they did the super score, it would have been a 31, which at the time my dad thought I was lazy because it like I should have probably tried to take it again. Well, no, because 31 you could get like academic more. You get a full academic scholarship like tuition and stuff to UT.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not taking it again. I don't want to do this again. I'm not anyway. And
I'm going to print this off anyway, Dad.
Well, it was just to print. And I thought too, I think at the time I was like, what if I do worse?
Yeah.
So I think there was a little bit of self-doubt there too. Because, I was like, to get into UT back then, like the average score was a 21. Do you know what it is now? It's like a 29 or 30. Mm-hmm. Like that's like the average score now at UT Knoxville.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
A lot of schools are that.
They have really worked hard to improve the academics of my alma mater. And I think that's excellent. But it's crazy that they've gotten, I keep hitting this damn microphone, that apparently I'm not coordinated. Apparently.
He meant a negative 31.
That's it, right. I wasn't even close.
They said, you just leave.
I wasn't even close.
You go now.
It's crazy now.
I got
it's crazy.
SATs, I got a 1290.
See, that's really good. No, I mean that's a really good score. I don't know. Let's see.
It might have been 13, but I think it was like a 1290 is what I got.
Let's see if there's a quick way to do that.
Is that right? Does that sound right? Because I'm pretty sure that's what my score was.
Yeah.
Is that a real score?
What'd you say it was?
1290, I think.
Yeah, it would have been somewhere in that range. So it says a 30. This is a conversion table. A 30 is like somewhere between a 1360 and a 1380.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you get a so like you would probably be like a 28, 29, somewhere in there on the ACT roughly. And like I said, I know it's a different thing. And different states really want you to do everything. It's like if I had tried to go to Duke, which was never, that was not. I mean, I would have loved to have done that, but there was no way. I mean, because that's like average nothing. You know what I mean? I would have had to take the SAT because you have to take it to try to go to some of those schools. So there were people in my high school in Jefferson County, and they did do both. And some of them got into some pretty competitive schools.
Yeah.
But they were making like, 1,400, 1,500 on the SAT. So
yeah, I went to school with somebody that got like a 14.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah.
I remember Natalie Portman, she made a 1,500. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Didn't she go to Yale or Harvard?
She went to Harvard.
Harvard, yeah. She's apparently crazy intelligent.
Which a lot of,
hot.
It seems like a lot, right? It seems like a lot of those people, they just have that higher level of intelligence in addition to be, because of their crafts. So
yeah.
So that's that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just curious.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. Glad you asked. And I mean, I don't mind sharing. You didn't mind sharing. I mean, that was one of the things I think we've talked about before. We just try to be honest and.
Yeah, I mean, I like to talk about my bowel movements and everything.
That's right.
They don't matter.
Rash, cataract surgery.
I got a rash.
Whatever the situation is.
Speaking of being transparent and talking about things that who knows. Friend of mine for the last couple of years, Mary Z. She's got a lot of great stories. She, I don't know how many we'll get into tonight because she could go on for hours with some of the stuff. But
I'm excited about it.
Her experience with the Amish is really what,
and it's like legit stuff. I mean, you kind of previewed me a little bit. I mean, it's legit stuff that she has been, and I don't really have. That sort of exposure.
Yeah.
I love the Amish food, the pastries, the jellies, all the things. I joke my in-laws love these Amish knives. They're like crazy sharp and all things.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I feel about those, but the food is delicious.
The food
but it is interesting. I mean, I can't imagine that's where we take for granted, our cars, our electricity, stuff like that, because they don't utilize any of that, and yet they're still able to have very, very overall productive lives still in this world. So anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet Mary Z because I have not had
you have
pleasure. So this will be great. This is going to be great also because we love networking in that capacity.
Yeah.
Also.
So sounds good. So we will kind of break away here for just a second. The next thing you see will be Mary Z on the Dave and Doc podcast.
Dialing in.
Old time stuff. Dialing in. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we always like to talk to people on our show.
Very exciting.
We have someone here who has a vast background in some areas that we wish to discuss. Now, again, we always like to be kind of lighthearted on the show and have fun. Right. Sometimes we like to talk about serious things, but why the hell would you ever want to do that? So,
because there are so many interesting things in life.
Yeah. So,
and she has consented to be on the program. She is at her home. We are at your office, and it is all good.
And listen,
it's all good.
And again, here's a person who's an expert on the Amish.
Yes,
which I'm fascinated with.
Agreed.
A Civil War reenactment.
Reenactor. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Did I get it? Okay. Nice. I got to get my
reenactment.
I got to get my dictionary out. Where's my Webster's? And an all-around funny person, someone who I've known for a couple of years now, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Z.
Hey.
Welcome to the Dave and Doc podcast.
Welcome, Mary. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited. It's been a while since I've been in the podcast studio. So
you did a podcast with a friend of yours, right?
I did.
It was on. It was about something on the Playboy channel, right? Is that what it was about?
Yep, that was exactly it. Yeah, no, me and my best friend had a podcast about Riverdale, the TV show, for like 5 years.
And that was based on the cartoon,
the Archie
right?
comics, yeah.
The Archie comics, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
I'm very well versed, Doc.
Luke
Don't-
Perry, right?
R.I.P. Yeah.
Luke Perry was on that?
Luke Perry
Yes.
was Archie's dad, and
See?
he
Look,
died, and it was very upsetting.
and he had
I'm just going to leave the show and let you guys
He had
do
a
this.
massive stroke. It was terrible.
Is that what happened to Luke Perry?
Yes.
Yeah, and he
The original
not,
Dylan McKay from Beverly
I know.
Hills
I watched Beverly Hills
90210.
90210.
Yes, and then he was on Riverdale.
And I
that's
was had a huge crush on Jenny Garth.
That's the best part about Riverdale, because they brought back all of these like 80s, 90s, like the teen,
Yes.
when they were teens.
Yes.
So Luke Perry and Molly Ringwald are Archie's parents.
Molly was on the show?
Yeah, yep. And then she was a lesbian
Ooh.
after Luke
She's a
Perry died.
redhead and a lesbian. I'm in.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm all in.
Yeah,
I'm in now.
Ulrich,
Now I'm in.
You can watch it.
It's so,
It is
honestly the first like 2 or 3 seasons pretty fire. Once you get 4 through 7, pretty
It was
fucking
they,
terrible.
they were just hanging on to. They were hanging to make money.
So it went on
It was to make more money.
7 seasons?
Yeah, and they wrote themselves into such a hole with so the whole okay. Back so the
Here
whole
we go.
point of my friend and I starting this
This
podcast
is good. This is riveting.
was that
Okay.
we wanted to point at like we would watch an episode and we'd be like, but what about XYZ? So it was just like so many plot holes, and we just like had to talk about it. And so we started our podcast like 2 seasons in. So at least we had like, 2 seasons to really go through.
Yeah.
We had some legit material at that
They
point.
dug themselves so far into a writing hole that they literally had a comet hit the whole town that sent them all back to the 1950s.
That seems right. That seems right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Oh,
seems-
sorry. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the show.
You know,
That's
the
it.
show, the Walking Dead,
Oh, yeah.
there was a friend of mine that loved that show. I've never watched it because I'm not interested in zombies unless they're redhead lesbian zombies.
Fair enough.
I watched it until what happened to Glenn, and
But
then it kind
so
That's where I stopped watching as well. I was like,
my
I'm done.
friend-
they lost a ton of audience after that.
my friend watched it until he said there was a bunch of zombies on top of a building, and the building collapsed. And he said, that's just practically impossible. Like, that building's not going to collapse with the weight of those people. And he's like, and I'm like, that's what turned you off to that show? That's what did it?
He felt it was too much.
He was
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, Dave, that's just not believable. I'm like, what?
There's just
That's what's not believable about that?
my brother was like, I don't know if he's still watching it, but like my brother was very into it, and he would like text our family chat and be like, did anybody watch the latest episode? No, none of us watch it anymore.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Not,
but-
no, listen. Yeah, I've never watched it. I never saw Riverdale either, though.
I mean, it is a teen. It was on the CW, so there's really like, unless you're watching teen dramas, which
Was it that the same? Like, so Smallville was on the CW, right?
yeah. So CW was like One Tree Hill.
It was the WB before it became the CW.
Yeah, it used to be the WB. Yeah,
Their
like all
mascot
those,
was a frog,
goofy
right? Like a
teen
frog in a
ones.
top hat or something. Wasn't that their mascot? It's a frog in a top.
Yeah, way back in the day,
Well, we're old,
Like-
remember?
like 100 years.
Yeah, I'm 85 years old.
We're like living the old days,
Yeah,
I did like. I mean, Smallville was decent. It was decent.
Yeah,
Right.
I was a One Tree Hill
Decent.
girl.
There you go.
You know what's
It
funny
would've
is
been probably around the same time as Small. I know they were on at the same time, roughly.
I had such a crush on Allison Mack.
And
then
now
finding out
she's in a cult, a sex cult.
I'm like, I could have joined that cult.
Oh,
with her.
stop.
I think the whole point was they didn't
Dave.
want men in the cult. Unfortunately,
Yeah, and the abuse that. Well, let's
not ideal.
stop.
What's
Not
the
ideal.
worst thing that could happen in a sex cult, man?
Yeah,
You might not know the safety word.
Armageddon.
I was gonna say they all got branded.
That's true. They did. Yeah. with the dude's name or whatever his initials.
It was his initial and Allison Mack's initials like put together.
Oh,
Crazy.
wow!
Look, if you want to get into cults,
I want an
man,
Allison Mack. I want an Allison Mack brand. Oh,
See,
wow.
I like
call
Lana
her up.
better.
She's probably taking calls in prison.
No, she's out of prison now.
Did she get out?
So she went on the podcast
wow.
Inside of You.
Stop it.
From the guy who played Lex Luthor on the show, Michael Rosen.
Oh, yeah. Whatever his name. Yeah.
Yeah, so she went on his podcast, and like she doesn't do interviews anymore, but like she went on his because he was on the show,
right?
And whatever. And they had like a 2-hour conversation about the whole thing. So
I'll have to listen to that. Yeah, that
she's married.
Crazy.
She's married now.
Wow.
She lives. Oh, Lord.
And she looks a lot better. Like she was looking pretty rough for a while, and so I mean, I guess a cult.
Sex and drugs will do that to you.
I guess cults take that out of you.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so wild.
So
speaking of going back in time,
yes, yeah. So we brought
going back in time.
Yeah. Sex cults.
Yeah.
Speaking of sex cults, let's talk about the Amish.
Yeah.
Quick. What? Let me tell you my experience with the Amish first.
Yeah.
Because mine is not funny. Yours is funny. But in Goshen, Indiana, company that I worked for had an office there in Goshen because, I don't know, they threw a dart at a map and that's where they landed. They're like, yeah, let's put an office in Goshen, Indiana. Good idea.
Where even is that?
So there's Elkhart. So there's South Bend.
Right.
yes,
Elkhart,
Okay.
and then Goshen. And Goshen, if you're thinking to yourself, Dave, that seems like a really small little town. You are absolutely correct. That's what it is. And it's like adjacent to an Amish community.
Uh-huh.
And so we're at this hotel.
it's the Maple City.
Goshen, Indiana is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It says.
Well, in Riverdale,
his-
the Blossoms
and his
ran a meat empire.
It all ties
connects.
together,
It does, right?
and it's located in the Amish country.
So
there you
so I was in a hotel and I was looking out the window as we were getting ready to leave one day. I was kind of peered out the window and I'm like, hey, what's that? And they're like, oh, it's a great place to get breakfast and whatever. And I'm like, cool. So we were going to walk over and get breakfast. And I'm like, what's that railing on the side of the building?
Oh my God, was it an Amish buffet?
And they said, no, the railing on the side of the building was, so if you brought up your horse and stagecoach or whatever, you could tie your horses up there. And I'm like, no. Like, you mean like from 100 years ago? And they're like, no. We go eat breakfast over there, and sure enough, when we leave, there's like 6 horses hanging out there.
riding in,
tied up.
getting a meal.
And they rode on the main streets, right? Just sound effects for you. And you're behind them like going a mile an hour, and you're like, get the out of my way. And they're it's all over the place. And I'm like,
how'd that go again? Okay, just making sure.
ready?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Good.
okay. That's good.
Yes. Professional broadcaster.
That's right. You got to have the sound effect.
You don't have that soundboard that you like hit all the buttons and it makes sounds.
Oh no, I've got. Oh, believe me, yes, I've got.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got all that, but I don't have a.
No, we don't have that.
Fair.
Because I'm not like a huge horse fan. So I mean, I don't dislike horses, but I'm glad they're around.
Talking about horses enough to have the sound effect.
No, I'm not in a cult yet, a sex cult with horses yet.
Fair.
That
is fair.
I know somebody that might be able to help me there. But that's a backstory. Doc's gonna just hide his eyes. But you, my friend,
Yes.
you have had experience with the Amish and lots of experiences, and we all love the Amish bakery. It is amazing, and like the smell when you walk in, it's it's butter and contempt, everything together. But
How about never mind? Just contempt. Thanks. That's great. Shoot.
betrayal.
And that is it now. Now? So no. So yeah. So you have had some
Yes.
Various things. Now, so tell us. I guess.
How did this
Tell
start?
us kind of. Yeah, how did we have
How did we get here?
stead exposures?
Yes.
What led us in that, and then obviously you've got some legit stories from things that have happened.
Indeed.
Aside because probably my biggest experience is scared me to death. Is like breaking Amish.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that's like. And there's so much more than that, besides the bakery and the contempt and the knives and all the things.
So, okay, so where do I even start? Okay, so I'm going to take this way back, actually, and give you a little bit of context.
Yes.
So,
don't spare no details. That's
No, spare no details.
So I'm the youngest. I have 2 older brothers. My brothers are like 5 and 8 years older than me. So I was watching scary movies way too early. And I vividly remember watching Children of the Corn. Again, assuming Amish. I don't know if they are in that. I don't remember.
Seems right.
Traumatized me. So I was just never really vibing with them, right?
Understand. Yeah.
And so when I was in college, my parents moved to Southern Ohio. And the town that they live in, pretty small, pretty rural. But my mom, to just have some fun, used to sell stuff at the farmer's market. So, she'd make seedling plants and loaves of bread, and she makes soap. She's very crafty. And so this would have been the summer in between my junior year of college and my senior year of college. I had just.
So you're like 20 or 21.
I'm like 20. Yeah, I would have been 21.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Gotcha. I had also, the second semester of my junior year, I had studied abroad in Italy.
Nice. Which is awesome.
Yeah, it was dope. It was so fun. It was.
And you're Italian. You're
I
part
am Italian. So I was going to my homeland. I met a lot of cousins.
Heritage. Yes. Yeah, that's
it was great.
Yeah.
I was also just drunk every day for 6 months. So I was pretty, I'm like.
Seems right. You wanted to immerse yourself in the culture completely.
Absolutely.
Yes, I understand. Got it.
I drank.
There was a lot of
I drank
give me a
my
drink.
tiny little espressos and always had a cigarette in hand, and it was great.
You were 2 steps away from being in the mafia at that point.
I mean, truly, actually,
you were close.
I got a story about that too. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Concrete shoes. Look out. Look out.
So this was in between summer, I was at home. And so, I would help my mom, at the farmer's market, and set up next to her was, an Amish family that had a greenhouse and sold flower baskets and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have any friends in this town because this is not the town I grew up in. So, I am so bored and so lonely. There's only so much hanging out with my mother that I can do.
Right.
But keep in mind, I'm also a little bit scared of the Amish. But even so there's 2 kids. So the girl, she's 16. The boy, he's 13. And he had showed up at the farmer's market one day with a Bantam chicken. Do you know what a Bantam chicken is?
I have no idea what.
Negative.
No.
A Bantam chicken is like a mini chicken. So they're maybe
like a Cornish hen?
kind of, yeah.
Like bantamweight? Like in boxing and in the UFC, bantamweight.
They're slightly bigger than a pigeon. So they're little. So they just fit in your hand, right? So William, the boy, he had this chicken. He's carrying it around the farmer's market.
This woman's worldly, and we're
no, we have no idea.
We're not.
We're 2 hillbillies over here. 100%.
This is fantastic.
Land now, okay?
No, I love it. No, this is good. Bantam. I mean, you're educating the hell out of us. Bantam chicken.
Little.
So he shows up. We got the little chicken.
Yeah, so he's got the little chicken. And I was
Colonel Sanders, not so much, right? This is not. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was I need to hold this chicken. So I was I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to go ask him to hold this chicken. So I did. And then we like strike up a conversation. I'm talking to his sister. Her name's Mary Jane. You know,
Of course it is.
Of course. The weeks progress, you know, I'm talking to them every time. We're, you know, building a friendship. And
Was it through the chicken?
it was. That's how the whole thing started.
All right, the whole thing started. All right.
then-
Bantam.
Sorry.
So then I
The
get
band-
a call so my mom
right.
gets a call on a Sunday.
Oh my.
And it must have been a number that she didn't recognize, but she like answered it, and it was Ethel, William and Mary Jane's mom. And she called
You're
my
making
mom,
that
and of course immediately I'm like, well, how did she
What is going
call?
on?
Because again, Amish, no electricity, thus no phone.
Yeah.
I know, like
They're-
the rotary phone.
They usually have like one phone in their like village or
So
whatever.
what
right?
I did find out, because, and I'll get to that, because they own a business, they have like one of those like pay-as-you-go flip phones, just because.
Like a
but
go
it's-
phone?
Yeah,
What?
like
It's a burner.
A burner. That's where they're
They've got a Bantam
they're
chicken and a burner phone.
They're contempted.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They got
Bantam
their-
burner.
And
All right.
I was again not
That's-
expecting. Let alone they're calling me, and they're calling me on a Sunday. I'm like, aren't you guys in church like all day or
Right.
something? I don't know.
That's like yeah.
So
Sorry, we have all day church. I'll call you tomorrow.
yeah, again, that's just like what I was expecting. So because Mary Jane and I the day before we had talked about how I was like, oh, I love horseback riding, and she was like, oh, you should come over sometime and like go horseback riding. This was the call of her calling my mother and asking me, and she literally called my mom, and well, Ethel answered called my mom and said, hi, Mary Jane would like Mary to come over and play. Is that okay? Bitch, yes, of course it's okay. I was so stoked because again, I'm very bored, I'm very lonely, and I have nothing else to do. I also
It's horseback riding. It's horseback riding.
Yeah, right?
well, and also coming home from my study abroad trip, I had $17 in my bank account, so I also had no money to do
Oh,
anything.
okay. Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, let's go. So me and my mom get in the car. We drive over to their house. And where my parents live in southern Ohio, it's like Appalachian foothills. So it's not, we're not talking mountains, but
Now you're talking. Yes.
it's hilly.
Rural.
It's, yeah. I like leaving my parents' house, I lose cell service. Like, you know,
Yes.
That seems right.
15 minutes out from the house.
Yes.
So,
There's one gas station in town owned by a guy named Skeeter.
yeah, pretty much.
A quick sack.
The quick sack.
So
quick
we drive out to their house, you know, all through the hills and whatnot. Obviously, have to get stuck behind a bunch of buggies coming back from
course.
church because I was like, why aren't these people in church? But all in all, it was fine. So we roll up to their house. They had already pulled the horses.
Sinners. Yes.
And now I used to ride horses as a kid. So like
Oh, really?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Oh.
vaguely comfortable. I wouldn't say I'm an expert horse rider, but like
Yeah.
if you
You
ask,
can hold your own.
yeah,
You can hold your
I
own.
can saddle my own horse. I can put a bridle on a horse. I rode English too, so that was like the prissy like riding.
Wow.
Oh.
Because there's two different kinds. Well, there's multiple kinds, but yeah. So like in my head, I'm like, this will be fine. So they have their Percheron, which if you know anything about horses, that's a workhorse. So that Percheron is what they use to pull the plow
Oh,
out
okay.
their fields.
Yeah.
This is not a horse that you ride. So this horse, I don't know, was probably like 18 hands tall, which again, for non-horse people, that's really big.
18 hands tall.
Yeah, so that's how they measure. So like a hand, you like put it up,
I've been living in a different world.
apparently.
Like, I don't know. Bantam chickens. Oh.
I was gonna say,
How many
it's not like
hands
you're
tall
Like a
is it?
city slicker. He's never.
No.
He's never been on a farm.
I think I'm just a recluse that just doesn't go
Maybe.
see the sunshine or the fields around me.
That is fair.
I think that's what it is.
So they were like, yeah, this is what we're riding.
So you're gonna ride the plow horse.
Yeah. And I was like, with what? Like, there is not a saddle big enough.
Bareback.
Yep. You are.
Oh no!
Oh,
So,
Oh no!
yeah. So, and sorry, I forgot a very important piece about this horse. Not only is she ginormous, she's pregnant. So she's extra ginormous.
No,
So-
you can't make this up.
Yeah.
Oh my!
So again, to also paint the picture, so Mary Jane and I are going to ride this horse together bareback, and then William is going to ride their trotter. So their trotter is their horse that pulls the cart, that pulls their little buggy. And this horse that William's riding is a stallion. You couldn't pay me to look in the eyes of a stallion horse. Like, they are terrifying. But the second they put his blinders on, which are, the little, like, blinders.
Was that the baby's daddy?
What? I don't
Was that
know.
the baby's
Probably
daddy?
not. I can't imagine they breed a thoroughbred with a percher on, but I don't know.
I mean,
Crazier
you never know.
things. Crazier things have happened.
maybe it was a long Saturday night.
It could be, I didn't
Things
see a lot of other
happen.
horses around, so, but yeah, so
all right.
William, like, jumps up on this, like, giant horse. Got his
He's
blinders-
going bareback too.
Of course.
Oh, this is.
And then I was
this is
like, do you have a bridle? You
Yeah.
want to know what the bridle is? It's their halter with some
Yeah.
twine just
Yes.
tied to it.
Oh.
I was like, this is insane and
Here
not
we go.
what I had in
And here we
mind.
go. And here we go.
And keep in mind, I've rode bareback before. That's like that's not out of the question. But usually you have a saddle blanket. No saddle,
Yeah.
nothing. I'm also in shorts. Like, again, when I would get like,
Even better.
I would get all,
Oh my
all
God.
dressed up from a horseback riding. I had a helmet, I had the pants, I had the boots, like none of that.
No. You're just going.
And Mary
Just
Jane's
go.
in a flippin' dress.
Of course.
I'm like, this is okay. So before we and then for Mary Jane and I to get up on this horse, we had to climb one of those, those big giant like circular hay bales.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
to get on top of that to get on the horse. So again,
This sounds real
just
safe.
reference.
That's what
for
I'm,
size.
I'm just envisioning. Yes.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
So the first, so their dad, he was like,
Pregnant plow horse.
it was, it gets crazier. So their dad, super, super nice man. He was like, hey, like, ride off, good luck. Don't get off the horse. And we were like, why? Apparently they had found a rattlesnake den yesterday
What?
in the woods.
And they didn't kill him?
I think they killed some, but like a den.
Ate those things or handled them.
Hey man, you can eat any snake, just so you know.
Oh, I know.
You just have to take the skin and the entrails out, and you can cook that sucker and
Yeah,
like
but like
chicken.
how much
I've
is
had
really
rattlesnake.
left at that rate,
This is true. That you got to eat a lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say
you got to kill the whole den just to make one
Right.
meal. It's like a bantam chicken.
yeah, you gotta
get
eat
more
a
meat.
couple.
You get-
Well, I mean, I'm sure they probably used a few of them in the church service, right?
Stop.
Those are other crazy.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
So yeah,
That's not
so we were like, great, perfect. We won't get off the horse. And honestly,
Rattlesnake den.
I don't think we
Den.
would be able to get
Right.
back up on the horses anyway.
Yeah.
So we ride off. We're, riding through the fields. We start to get in the woods. We're having a great time. And as we're riding, Mary Jane was like, hey, I'm going to be 16. Oh, maybe she was 15 at the time. Now she's going to be 16.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, Rumspringer's coming up. Like, I was like, yeah, it is. So Rumspringer's real. You guys have heard of Rumspringer, right?
Yes.
Rumspringer.
Yes.
Yes.
Sex Drive,
Yes,
the greatest
this-
movie ever.
Yes.
So she was like, I would really like to do something. I was like, yeah, dude, like whatever you want to do, like I'm happy to take you to do whatever you want to do. And she's like, well, I'd really like to go to Paris. I'm like, girl, me too. And
With your
was like,
17
it was so sweet, and I was like, I would love to take you to Paris, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm like, I don't even know if they have like social security numbers.
It's like, you know what I'd really like
you
to do?
exist?
I'm
Do you
thinking about
exist?
I'm thinking about a space trip to Mars. Could you make that happen? Yeah, no problem. Got it.
I mean,
Got it.
again, like I like it's hard enough like to get a passport as a normal person, let alone somebody who is Amish. And
Oh
like,
my gosh.
there's also rules about them like getting their picture taken and like all kinds of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I was like,
Take me to Paris.
I would
Mary,
love to
take
take you
me.
to Paris. I'll do my best. If we can't go to Paris, like, what else would you like to do? And she's like, well, I guess we could just go to the movies. Done. That I can do.
What?
It was so sweet, and I was
Like
this,
You know, if we can't go to Paris, the Steak and Shake and the midday matinee sounds like a winner to me. Like, okay,
this
got
is
it.
Ohio.
Same-
This is the Cincinnati chili, and then you go to matinee, and then you
That's
have
right, yeah.
explosive
That's
diarrhea
right.
halfway through. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You can't make it through. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
actually,
Armageddon.
low key, I love Cincinnati chili. And I don't care who knows it. I love it.
It's good. You be you. You do you. That's,
right.
right. You. That's right. Be
That's
true.
right.
Had
Be true.
Cincinnati chili.
No, I've
I
never.
cannot say
No.
that I have.
It's so good.
I've had Dave chili. Before.
It's not even. It looks like dog food. It's no beans. There's no beans in it. It's just meat, but it also has like chocolate and cinnamon in it.
No.
It's insane. It tastes like no chili you've ever had before.
I've had no bean chili, but not that with
yeah,
the
no,
chocolate.
this,
and
like
cinnamon.
no bean chili
You
has.
sure that chocolate is not laxatives?
I mean, it could be. It would make a lot of sense if it was.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, but it is so tasty. Anyway, so her and I were talking about Rumspringa and like whatever. And then all of a sudden the horse starts to trot a little bit. And this is August. It's 90 degrees. It's very, very warm.
Yeah.
We are riding bareback on a horse who's also sweating as much as we are.
Oh,
This horse
no.
starts to trot a little bit, and Mary Jane and I literally just boop and fall off. Now keep in mind,
And the snakes.
yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
So not only
Oh,
did we
God.
both fall off, we both fell off like in a friggin' bramble bush. So now
Oh,
we're
no.
covered in like prickers.
Oh.
So it's
my
itchy. It's
God.
horrible.
You got shorts on.
I
Yep,
have
you got
shorts
shorts.
on. Like again, was not prepared.
Should have gone to the movies.
Exactly. And on top of that, this horse, again, we're like 12 feet up in the air. I think 12 feet is probably an exaggeration, but like when I fell off, I was like, my whole body's broken.
You caught some air. You got air.
I
Yeah.
fell very far. Days later, it was
Wow.
like, I feel like I've been hit by a bus.
Wow.
I rode horses for many years, had never fallen off a
you,
horse.
right, you knew what you were doing, right? And then, but this day,
So
the plow horse, bareback, with shorts
Yeah.
and the sweat and the rattlesnake den and the bramble bush, and this is like the worst day ever. Like I said, the steak and shake in a movie, I'd been like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's just go. We can go now. We won't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody has to know. We'll go early.
Well, and then the other, we were like, oh, well,
Where's
we have
the stallion when all this is going on? Where are
oh,
they
right
at?
next to us. He was
Okay,
ahead
okay,
of us.
okay. Oh, okay,
So he
okay,
obviously like heard it all happen and whatever. And we caught
Okay.
the horse and like everything was fine. Again, it's not like she like galloped into the forest. She just trotted a little and we were both just like beep. And yeah, so this horse like is so tall. There's no way we're getting back up. But then we were close enough to the creek, so we like walk the horses to the creek. tie up the horses. We're in like full coverage forest.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how far we are. On top of it, their house is in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of nowhere in the middle of nowhere.
Was anybody playing a banjo standing like hidden out in the trees or anything?
Honestly, if I had probably looked around hard enough, I probably would have stumbled upon somebody's like moonshine, like.
You know, Ned Beatty had the hardest part.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Deliverance, the movie Deliverance.
I don't think I've seen it.
You got a purty mouth on you, boy.
So Tom Petty had a.
From?
Yeah. So Tom Petty had a song called "The Waiting" is the hardest part.
Yeah.
The joke on radio we used to do was Ned Beatty had the hardest part.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because when they said "squeal like a pig boy," he was the boy.
I see now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That's what it felt like. Honestly, it felt like being on the Oregon Trail. Like I was just
don't get dysentery and die.
I was like, we're going to like
gotta make it through the river.
We're in Rattlesnake. We're gonna swim in this friggin' creek in the middle of nowhere, like waterborne illness. Hello.
The crick.
You
swimming in the crick.
Swimming in the crick. That my mom literally says crick. She's from Pennsylvania, so. My
grandma used to say crick, and I love it.
I even said crick the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, yikes!"
Okay, you're okay.
Anyway, so,
oh my god.
So we get to the crick. We get to the crick, tie up the horses, and then we go swimming because again,
in the crick,
and we are. Because we're so covered in prickers,
sweat,
pines,
the bramble bush.
Yeah, like I mean, our legs by the time we got home were just like bright red because we were, running through the forest. And so I'm just swimming in the creek with these two Amish children.
Now I have to ask.
Yeah.
When we got in the creek,
clothes were on.
Okay, because I was gonna say that. I was like, that would have been unexpected.
Yeah,
right?
No, clothes were on. Mary Jane even took off her cap.
Got it.
And
would
William
took
off his
level of relationship.
Yeah, yes. Everything was covered and respectful.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
I was just wondering because that was. I was going different place.
Yeah,
okay.
No, totally.
Okay.
In this day and age, you got to ask.
Got it.
This sounds like a Steel Panther video. I'm just telling you right now. This whole thing sounds like a Steel Panther video.
Of course, he would bring up Steel Panther. Oh my
God.
Of course.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So
it is my favorite. Yeah.
Absolute favorite.
So I look at my phone because I was like, well, maybe we should call somebody and like let them know we fell off the horse. And then I'm like,
who are we gonna call?
I also had no service whatsoever. So it wouldn't have mattered. So we like continue to swim in the creek. Then we were like, all right, we need to go back. So we're walking the horses back, probably like, I don't know, 2 miles. I mean, we like really got out there. And we see like my mom is sitting on the porch with her parents and they're like waving at us.
Churning butter. Whatever the hell they're doing.
So when we roll up, my mother, their parents are all piss drunk.
What? No.
Yes.
What?
The devil's drink.
What in the world?
So again, we look disheveled. Like we look like we've been to war.
And so did they.
Yeah. And I like roll up and
Were they drinking moonshine for real? Were they drinking moonshine?
So they were drinking homemade wine.
There you go.
So I look at their dad and I'm like, look, I'm no expert on the rules, but like this feels not allowed. And he said, everything's allowed in this community in moderation. I'm like, okay.
Seems like that's a sliding scale from a percentage standpoint.
Well, and again, that's how you get, shows like the Amish mafia.
There you go. That's it. There it is.
And after that, like, whole crazy day, granted, despite how horrible my body felt falling 500 feet off this horse,
The 18-handed horse.
it was so fun. It was one of the most fun days I've ever had in my life. And
Did you keep in touch with this Amish family, or
so my parents live in between an Amish community and a Mennonite community. Now that my mom doesn't go to the farmer's market, I've kind of lost a little bit of touch with them, but this will lead into the next story. So another man that is in their
Nice
community.
now, hang on, before we go
transition.
on, so Amish and Mennonite,
Right.
what it just one has a longer beard than the other? Like what's the distinction there?
So I'm not an expert in, like, every community is a little bit different in their rules.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Amish is slightly more strict than Mennonites.
Okay.
And that comes in, like, things you're allowed to do, things you're allowed to have in your home, things you're even, like, allowed to wear. So
Getting pissed drunk on your porch in a
Well, apparently the Amish can do that as long as it's homemade wine.
exactly.
Yeah,
So again,
she's
like,
right on it.
I think specifically with this community in Southern Ohio, like, from what I've heard, there was some kind of, like, riff, like, 30 years ago or something, and that's why they split.
Somebody bought a Porsche and it made them all mad.
Well, that
Hatfields and McCoys all over again.
Right.
It's
No, it
just-
says when you look it up, it does say the Amish are strict separation from the world, and that's what you were saying. No electricity,
Yeah.
no cars, all those things. The Mennonites, it's diverse, so they have they have traditional thinking, but they might have an automobile or some or things of that sort.
Right.
Some sort of technology and stuff
VCR,
like that. Right, that was the beta.
Betamax.
There is
Betamax.
What's those
nothing
two buttons for?
crazier. There is nothing crazier than, like, rolling up to, like, a Dairy Queen and seeing all the Amish kids, like, sitting around a picnic table on their friggin' iPhones, and I'm like,
Yeah, that seems off. All right,
So-
it's like, what's going on?
and again, usually when they have, like, Rumspringer, and they would have been probably the age of Rumspringer, like, they can kind of go out and do whatever they want. Like, they can buy phones. A lot of them get driver's license. Like, it's,
So
they-
Rom Springer is kind of like Jerry Springer.
Yeah, they typically act like that. Yes, it's wild. Like,
Really, that didn't even get a laugh out of Doc. I can't understand.
It's
Do I just say so much outlandish shit that you're
Yes.
immune to it now?
Yes.
That
Yeah, I
seems
mean, it
right.
literally just rolled right
That
through
seems-
me. I mean,
that
it was like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I only offended about 20,000 of our
It's okay.
70,000
We're okay.
subscribers.
It's okay.
so,
It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
wow, you realize
It's
that
okay.
many? Oh my god,
73,000.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we've been on the struggle bus a little bit with shows just because of timing and stuff. So we had we had a little bit of a hiatus.
Look, life is
Not highness, but hiatus.
I have a hiatus.
No, you don't.
I had it lifted.
You got no ass at all.
I had it lifted.
It was that after you burned the absolute shit out of it in a tanning bed?
Yes. Yes, I had ass. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Tan in bed.
I literally
God.
before this, because I wanted to, like, get your vibe, I, like, watched a couple clips, and that was the clip that came up, and I was like, I have heard this story before.
Yes. Oh my God. It was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I got buttocks instead of
you
Botox.
go.
That's what-
Oh God.
Look, somebody
gotta
out
look
there's
your best.
probably doing it. Those secret lives, the Mormon wives, and all their Botox and whatnot.
Right.
Just inject me.
Yeah, they love it. It's crazy.
Pop it
Anyway,
up.
so yeah, Mormons, oh my God, Amish and Mennonite are
Same thing.
vaguely similar, slightly different rules, but you know,
Less the magic underwear, but yeah, got it.
yeah, pretty much. So another story. This would have been, I guess, probably my next experience, like, outstanding experience with the Amish. So when I lived in DC, my apartment burned down. It was fine. Everything's fine. I'm healed. It's okay. It wasn't my fault. It was my neighbor.
It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't. People are usually like,
Depending on me. And
It was in his apartment. I mostly had smoke damage, but if you know anything about smoke damage, it literally ruins everything.
Oh, it's awful.
It ruins your
Oh,
whole
it's awful.
Pretty much, yeah.
building.
Yeah, I was homeless for a couple days. But it's fine. I'm totally healed, I promise. It doesn't haunt me every day.
And inside or out? Both. You're healed. You're healed.
I wasn't even there when it happened. I was at work because that's when
good.
we worked in an office, and I saw it. Anyway, that's not part of the story. What's part of the story is when I was cleared.
We've not experienced shit. That's what I know.
No,
So we haven't experienced anything.
I had a bad experience in a damn tandem bed, but I mean, my fucking house didn't catch on fire.
And
I was mad because I didn't have an iPhone 8S.
Yes.
You know.
I really can't complain too much. Like, both of my cats survived. My passport survived. My laptop survived. Oh, darn, I have to buy new clothes. Ooh. Rats.
Yeah. It could have been worse.
It
could have been
Oh,
worse.
it absolutely could have been worse.
And we're okay.
Car was
We're okay. That's all that
fine,
matters. We're okay.
backyard,
Yeah,
like,
That's right.
all is well. So when I was cleared to go back into the apartment from the fire department a couple days later, to like see what I could salvage, my dad drove into town, and he didn't tell me that he was bringing help, because I was like, oh, I'll just, all my friends were like, we'll show up and help and do whatever. So I had a bunch of friends here. And granted, these are like DC, these are city people. These are city people. So my dad rolls up in his big giant red pickup truck because, again, we are in the Midwest, and if you don't have one, well, who are
That's right. That's right.
I've got a little pickup truck
I
too,
know.
And it's red.
Yeah.
And it's red.
and it's red.
You have to. You have to.
Oh, that's right. You've ridden in it. That's right.
I have ridden in it. It's a great little pickup.
Yeah. Yeah. Little baby pickup.
Yeah. So my dad rolls up in this pickup, and then he brought his Amish friend to come help. Now,
Getting interesting now.
what I have to tell you about this Amish man, he is one of the most gorgeous men I've ever seen in my whole life.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know. Me neither.
Beard or no beard?
That was
He
not-
had a little beard, just a little facial hair.
it was Manscaped Day.
Yeah.
Not like this flipping mess that grows on my
Right.
face.
It was well kept.
This looks like an accident.
So this guy, gets out of my dad's truck. All of my friends are standing here, which, my friend Caitlin, who I did the podcast with, my, like, several gay male friends, and we are all, like...
Everybody's jaw dropped.
Just shook. Because this man is stunning. And so I had heard about this guy. We call him Hot Joe because he is very hot and his name is Joe. But I had never met him. Like, my mom has talked about him, like, oh, Hot Joe was...
His stage name's Hot Joe.
Yeah, she was like, oh, Hot Joe was here, like, trimming the donkey's feet and shearing the sheep or whatever. My parents also have a farm. Which, again, a whole other thing. I know. It sounds fake, but it's not. I promise.
No, you can't. No, there's too much detail to like.
I know.
No. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, there's
Trimming
no way
the
you can.
donkey's feet?
Yeah, like horses' hooves. Like, you have to trim them. They're like...
I mean, it sounds like
It's their
Mama should be
fingernails.
making up stuff to have Hot Joe come over to do stuff. I mean, that's
Look,
kind of how I would
it's
think about it. It's
not-
like
it's
you
not
should
about
be
donkey
family.
making my donkey.
He is...
Come on, trot all over.
It's
I got you.
like
He's
this,
a 10. He's
If
a
this
10.
man was like walking down the streets of New York City, a person from a modeling agency would have been like,
Try to get him.
you need to model this new Calvin Klein underwear.
Come on, dude. Got it.
Again,
Got it.
he's like, he's rugged. He's like, obvious. I mean, he is jacked, like, gorgeous man.
So what I'm hearing is he looks just like me.
If
That's what I'm.
If I could describe
Look
him
at
in
him.
any way, is that Dave's twin.
I mean, it seems like it. I mean, because I'm 6'6",
Right.
minus a few inches, and
Beautiful flowing hair,
Perfect.
gorgeous beard. Yeah.
yeah, my flowing hair. I keep it in a ponytail. You guys can't see it. not-
I will say Joe doesn't have all his fingers. That is
The fuck?
kind of the only.
That's what
like,
happens when you're. That's what happens when you're trimming donkeys.
Wait a minute. What's he missing? Like,
I think
which
he's
digits,
missing
yeah.
top of this one, and maybe this one. Not all the
That
way,
is-
like a
is-
single like digit.
he didn't flash that in DC, did he? They might have thought he was part of somebody.
I mean, hell, my dad doesn't have all his fingers now either. So
What? Do you know how he lost?
I was gonna say I can tell that story too. Long story short, he shot his thumb off with a crossbow.
Your dad or Joe?
My dad shot
Oh
his
my
thumb off with
God.
a crossbow.
That seems like that would not be.
Oh no, I was home when that happened. I had like just moved to Columbus, and I was like hanging out with my parents for the weekend because I'm like number one child.
Right, we're trying. Right.
And my dad comes in from hunting, and he was like, "Oh, you got up my thumb." And my mom and I are like, "I'm sure." Oh no, he did. He
with a crossbow.
with a crossbow. So he was clearly didn't shoot anything while he was out hunting, and he had
hell no.
had to disarm it, which I don't know.
Yes, that's
get
what
the
I was
arrow
gonna say. Okay.
out, whatever. So he shot it down at the ground, but he must have had it like turned in a weird way, so the string came back
Oy.
and shot off his thumb.
Never-
And then we couldn't find the top of it, and we think probably our free-range chickens ate it. And I had to drive him to the ER, and all the nurses were laughing because all of their husbands were out hunting. They're like, "Look at this idiot that came in." My dad literally has hunted like his whole life and has never had an accident. And then I'm like,
Where'd your thumb go? The chicken's got.
I literally called
I
my
thought you were
mother.
gonna say like a pig ate it, and I was like,
No,
okay, I
no,
could. A hog.
Look,
Yeah.
No, it was the damn
Yeah.
chickens. It was
no
the damn
joke.
chickens.
Chickens are disgusting. Like they will.
Oh,
eat
yeah.
No,
everything.
I believe that.
They will eat
Yeah,
each
chickens are
other.
nasty. Free range chickens, the only difference is they run around free and they're still nasty as hell. It's just like if they're in the coop or not. It's the
Right.
same, the principle.
Yeah,
No,
like
they're
it's
just
not- if one of
crapping
them-
on the ground
Right.
and walking through it.
If one of them
Yeah.
dies in the coop, they will then eat that chicken that is dead.
Yeah,
It's
I got
gross.
you.
But yeah, I called my mom from the
Hey, man,
ER.
it's good eating.
I mean, look, they don't let anything go to waste. I called my mom from the ER because again, we hadn't seen his thumb at this point because we, he's holding it, and then we like threw a towel, and I was like, "Get in the car," and I'm like trying to like drive as fast as possible in my 2005 Scion that like shakes over 45 miles an hour. Still have that car, by the way. It's the best. And
It's a car by definition. Yes.
yeah, it is. The fact that car still runs, and it doesn't really.
That's
look-
not what you're driving to Knoxville, is it?
No, God, no. I bought myself a Honda Passport. I'm making my.
There you go.
Okay.
husband buy
Oh,
a Scion.
there you go. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
I'm like
That's
concerned about you. You're
Oh
driving
yeah,
that.
no. Luckily, bought a nice car.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Recently. But my husband drives the Scion now, and I
That's
have, like,
right. That's how it should be.
I have all
That's
my
how it
like
should
how that works.
stupid,
That's how it should
goofy, like stickers on the back of like I love my bulldog, and like I have one sticker on the back that says I shit my pants at the Bell Witch Cave, and all I got was this stupid magnet. And he drives around with that on the back of the car. Y'all are.
We will give you a Dave and Doc magnet.
Yeah, you can.
We'll give you one of those.
You can throw one of
Yes.
those
Oh
in.
yeah! Oh my God! I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
We'll give you one of those.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so I called my mom from the ER because I had finally seen Dad's thumb, and like I mean I
It's
got
gone.
pictures, but I won't show them.
The chick ate it.
Oh,
And I was like,
Oh, please.
this
Dave,
voice
Dave
is also-
will pass out. Dave will pass
Yeah,
out.
it's
It will
pretty
be
gnarly.
the
I'm not
show
gonna
will
lie.
end. The show will end.
you guys go ahead while I slime my way down.
He's getting pale just thinking.
thinking about it. I should have been a nurse. Like I
You were all about it. You were
yeah,
all about
I
it.
love blood. I love guts. Like it doesn't bother me. Only thing I don't really love, like I don't love poop. But like who does?
That's just-
Otherwise,
that's
like nothing. I watch pimple popping videos for fun. So
There you go. I like it.
yeah,
I like
I am the person, like, I am made for this. So I call my mom in this voice as well. I was like, hey. She's like, hey, like, what's going on? I'm like, well, so we're here. And
You remember how Dad had 2 thumbs like yesterday?
Remember how that was the thing?
So
Not anymore.
He's like, can you go outside and see if you can find the rest of Dad's thumb? And then I hung up. Because all I could picture was her responding, doing like, what? From like South Park.
yeah.
And yeah, couldn't find the thumb, but the chickens had been over there, so let's assume it was eaten.
They had at it. Oh, they did.
And now he gets 10% off manicures, you know?
Right? Right?
He can't ever give 2 thumbs up.
No.
Only 1.5.
No.
So, long story short, he lost like just the top. So he just has a widow nubby. And
Is he as hot as Joe? That's what I mean. Is he? Are we in? No. Okay.
Not even
So
close.
him with no thumb doesn't. You know, Joe
right
is
hand or left hand?
Left hand, luckily, and he's right.
Okay, so he can still throw a football.
because he shot it.
He wasn't worried.
You know what he?
His trigger finger is still fine, guys. He can still hunt.
Oh,
all
okay.
his
Oh yeah, I was gonna
own
say.
stuff.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's got enough. He's got enough.
So back to DC. So my dad rolls
So
up.
hot guy apartment with smoke damage.
Yeah, so he's
right.
helping like take everything
Missing
out.
2 fingers.
You know, all of that. I also found out later that my dad, like, they shared a hotel room, and I'm like, lucky. Because they didn't get another hotel room. You know, they just stayed at a hotel like in the next town or whatever, in Maryland. But then, you know, we were like, well, we're here, so like we'll take Joe out to sightsee. So, you know, we take him to the National Mall. And this was a good distraction for me. Like, I was like, I just need to like not.
Yeah.
Because it was traumatic. No, it was. No.
So we take him to the National Mall. We take him to a couple museums. We're like walking through the Natural History Museum, which has a whole big section on like evolution. Again, these are very religious people who don't believe in that. And he's walking through and he's like,
what is this? This is bullshit.
he literally
Who
at
is
one
Monkey
point
Man?
said, this
Who is Monkey
bullshit.
Man?
Oh, and that was also after he tried, like, he had to hide his pocket knife in a bush because, again, when you go through all of these museums, like, metal detectors, everything, and we're like, I was like, dude, you can't take that. And he's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And he's
It's
also
just a pocket knife.
Yeah. He's also just chain smoking cigarettes everywhere, too, which, again, DC, shockingly not like a heavy cigarette city anymore.
Joe is hotboxing him. Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
No kidding.
DC's more of a cocaine city.
Exactly. Yep. Again, if this were like the 90s and you were like,
I've watched enough congressional hearings.
yeah, and everybody's
cocaine.
over there like, you know,
Yeah.
with their
Oh,
guns.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, they're a very health conscious city for the most part. And again, we're like, this would have been
Ben's Chili Bowl. Ben's Chili Bowl, right?
Oh.
Ben's. Isn't that,
God,
isn't
I
that
hadn't
another
thought
spot?
about Ben's Chili Bowl in like,
Yeah, see, Cincinnati Chili, Ben's Chili.
Oh.
I've eaten at Ben's Chili Bowl.
I lived in the
It's
same
good.
neighborhood as a Ben's Chili Bowl.
Yes, it's good.
So
it is good.
So
I didn't eat the one Obama ate at apparently. I
Yeah,
did not,
no,
but I did eat at Ben's Chili
it's
Bowl. But it
amazing.
was
It's
it was delicious. It was delicious. So you have you eaten at Ben's Chili Bowl, Dave?
no.
You're missing out.
It's really good.
But I can do
Good
I could
show.
do an impression of Obama though. Would you like to hear it real quick?
Oh, let's do this.
Let's say he's answering the door at Halloween, and the kid says, "Oh, what do you have?" Well, we have a Reese's peanut butter cup, or you can have a Kit Kat bar. There you go. That's it.
That's perfect cadence. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Joe did not meet Obama while we were there. I don't even think Obama was president at the time. No, he wasn't.
I don't think he was president for 8 years. Hey, go ahead, though. No, never
But,
mind. Don't get me started.
So, take him all around the mall, and he's like, whoa, this is crazy. We take him out to dinner. We take him to the Hamilton, which is like a pretty nice restaurant in Chinatown. Is it Chinatown? It doesn't matter. Golden Triangle. Doesn't matter. And I got sushi because I was like, great, perfect. This will hit the spot. Yeah. He had never had sushi. So I was like, I have to feed him the sushi.
What is this sushi you speak of?
Yeah, I mean, he'd like never. I mean, he's seen it, of course, but they're not rolling up to like the sushi place.
No.
Yeah, right.
So he
Tokyo Mandarin's not happening around.
But he loved it. So he pretty much ate my whole roll of sushi. And I was like, I'll get another one. And then they went home. And and then when I got to my parents' house, because that was like right before Thanksgiving, we went out there to actually Mary Jane and William's house because Hot Joe is from their community. Because they were doing some sort of like end of the season, like fall. They do like a big fall party,
like a festival.
Yeah, and they have food, and they're selling like the mums for the fall because they own a greenhouse. And Hot Joe rolls up in his buggy. That
with red flames on the side.
Literally.
Was he hot boxing a cigarette? That's what I want to know.
Of course.
Takes his sunglasses off.
He was in the mafia, is what you're coming to. I know what's coming.
What I'm figuring.
Joe, he was a made man.
Yeah, the inside of his buggy was like so pimped out. It had dice in the window. It had like LED lights.
Man, I'm telling you, he was in the mafia. I knew this. It
was crazy.
Joe,
he's jamming a Motley Crue and a portable CD player.
Everybody's just checking him out, saying, "Man,
the best part about Hot Joe, it together." So Hot Joe, he owns a truck. He has a big red truck, of course. He can't drive the truck.
But he bought it.
So he owns a truck. He hires a driver to drive him around in his truck.
So they can ride in it.
Yes.
He just can't drive it.
Yes, that's correct.
So brother has a chauffeur.
Pretty much.
I could go for that. I could go for that in my red pickup.
So that's
I'd be happy with that.
That's kind of what my dad's like.
Big pimpin' spinning cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Well, and again, they're all cash.
Wow.
So, they're how
I'm telling you.
I don't know if they pay tax. I don't think they do. I don't think they pay taxes. So that's just
they ain't claiming nothing.
Yeah. Well, so last weekend, I went over to the Mennonites. So my dad calls me, right? And my parents, they are so deep in these communities. They've been invited to 2 Amish weddings. 2.
Oh, wow.
I want to go to an Amish wedding so bad. I was trying so hard this weekend to get an invite to a wedding.
So it's pretty exclusive is what you're saying. It's hard. It's hard to get in there.
Yes. I was like begging, basically. Without saying, like, please invite me to this wedding.
But they get to go.
They've got to
go.
Huh, but they never actually went to the weddings because apparently Amish weddings are always like a Tuesday morning. And, they were like, oh, we have to go to work.
Of course.
I was like, I'd be taking time off. Are you joking?
Well, yeah, but if you're invited, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
Think about the Amish bakery, right?
Mm-hmm. It's I would say all the things.
The whole time, the whole day.
Wow.
All day. Again.
I could do this. Yeah. I could get in.
I would take off work. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's a full blown experience.
I've taken off work for much minor things. So
right. Yeah.
Literally any chance I get. So my dad calls me, and so this is like his bestie, his Mennonite bestie. Honestly, I think him and my dad are like literally best friends.
Well,
So they're from the Mennonite community, and Jesse is a carpenter, I guess is the right word. So they build like the most insane cabinetry, all handmade. Now keep in mind, I mean, I'm sure you guys have done like a reno project, right?
oh yes,
They're
Oh,
doing
yes.
all of that, no electricity.
I can't
So
imagine.
like, no electric sander for you.
Just rub it on your ass and get it smooth.
Pretty much. So anyway,
The
Jesse,
drill. I mean, it's,
they
the old school crank that sucker
well, I
up. Here
think
we
they have,
go.
like crank stuff, but from what
That's what-
I've also figured out, they use a lot of like air compressed stuff. So they get like normal tools, but then they convert it.
Because that counts,
Right.
right? Because
How did they? But
man.
who plugs in the air compressor to fill it back up?
I have no idea. Still haven't figured that out either.
Or can they buy
Something's afoot.
Or
here.
can they buy like little things of compressed air, and they've got it rigged so you could actually plug something?
I
in, like,
mean-
because they make those little.
Yeah. They also
They make those little air cylinders, yeah.
They
But
also
that's
are
a lot
allowed
of
to
pressure to run
use-
tools.
I think they're
True.
also allowed to use like gasoline, like like oil and that.
Well, gas would make sense because that's not.
Yeah.
So
Basically, they
then you
use
could pretty
normal
much
tools, but everything gets converted.
it's not plugged in, right? You're not plugging. I got you.
Yeah. So
Oh yes. Okay. So you could get away.
But
Most of that.
Jesse's like an incredible carpenter, and my dad has like literally been bugging the shit out of me because he's like, I need you to like come and look at this furniture, because I recently bought a Victorian house that is
Nice.
like 4 times the size of what I was living in previously, and so I need a lot of furniture. And my dad's like, he's like, don't fill it with IKEA stuff. Like that's not right in that kind of house. Because again, my parents,
Dad, that's way easier.
yeah,
than
exactly.
That's-
But my dad also, my parents,
meatballs at the IKEA.
yeah, my parents live in an 1820s farmhouse, and they've,
Oh wow. Wow. They've
avid
restored it.
antique collectors. I mean, like, so
got
I was
you.
like, yeah, Dad, I will come and I will look at this furniture. So, we roll up to Jesse's, and so on top of being a carpenter, he also basically has barns full of antiques.
All right.
And he was like, yeah, go pick around, find whatever. And I wish, I want so badly to do this accent, but I can't. Like, they have accents. They speak Pennsylvania Dutch. So
Yeah.
they kind of sound like Goldmember from Austin Powers, but like really loud. My Faja. Yeah. So,
Fat bastard. Fat bastard.
that's like the best way that I can describe it. And they like yell at full volume. Why they yell at full volume, I don't.
That was my question. Why did they? Why?
I don't
Can they not hear?
So that's probably part of it, because let's be real, like Jesse's been using a lot of tools with no ear protection. But then I met his wife. Her name is Twyla. Lovely woman. She's the one I was begging to go to the wedding, because their daughter's about to get married. And I was like, oh, I just got married. And she was like, oh, that's so fun. Like, I was
Was
like,
her former profession something at nighttime at a club with a pole?
that's immediately what I had also, I was like, that's an interesting,
Twyla.
that was an interesting name. And again, I'm most of the people.
You remember the USA Network? Who was the? You remember the USA Network where it was like up all night? Who was that girl? You remember this? She like they would like play these. Yeah, it was some girl.
What was that girl's name?
It wasn't Twyla, but for some reason that's what come to my head. So.
I mean, look, it's a name you don't hear very often in
No,
the daytime.
it's USA Up All Night with Twyla.
No, I
I think that's before my time, unfortunately.
It was.
I think
No,
mine
it was way.
literally in bed at that time.
Silk stockings.
Remember, I'm 106 years
Right,
old.
right, of course. Yeah, older.
Was it Rhonda Shear?
It could have been Rhonda Shear.
It was Rhonda Shear. Here it is. Yeah.
Rhonda Shear up all night
with Gilbert Godfrey
with Gilbert Godfrey
and Carolyn Schlitt.
And so what they would do, they would play these old movies. Yeah, so like they would play old movies, and they were kind of like the host of the old movies or whatever.
Yeah,
and
it was Rhonda Shear.
USA up all night. That's what she would say.
Anyway.
There we go.
Anyway.
So we roll up to Jesse's. I'm like going through the antiques. I'm, finding all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
You're popping tags.
Yeah,
You got this.
Yeah.
That's it.
And look, I am also an avid, antique collector. You never know looking at, this is my husband's nerd room is what I call it. He's got all his like friggin' like Dungeons and Dragons and whatever. But the rest of my house, I promise, is like spooky antiques. And
I've witnessed some of this, and yes,
yeah.
Correct.
I've got a lot of stuff. But like,
Well, it's good you got the house. It's good you got the house then.
exactly, because now I can fill this house with a bunch of stuff.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm like rolling up to, into Jesse's workshop. I've got a handful of stuff. I'm not even looking at tags. I'm like, I don't even care at this point. Like, I'm going to take it regardless of what it is.
Put it in my car. Yeah.
That's right. We like this.
And so he's like looking at everything. He's like, well, I don't want to sticker shock you. It's like, okay, lay it on me. Like, what are you
What's
going
the
to charge
damage?
me for this bowl? He's like, well, normally it's $8, but for you, $6.
You were like,
You
Take
should have
it
said.
now.
You should have said, I can do it for $5. That's all I got.
That's what my dad was saying. My dad was like,
you got a
"Bargain
bargain.
with him,"
Bargain.
and I was like, "No, I'm good. I don't need to." So
Doc would say, "Well, I got to buy screen protectors this month
That's right.
for my phone.
I can't do both.
I
I
just-
just can't do both.
I know I'm a doctor, but I just can't swing this."
And so my current screen protector, he saw it when we were eating
Is it like-
supper, and it's cracked with like a couple of bubbles, and I was like,
couple?
getting.
how do you
I
even
was
see
just-
it?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Like there's no
I
problem.
mean, given that you're also a doctor, does that mean your handwriting is like?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's horrid. Oh yes. Now that was consistent before that because I always joke with people like the C's. I made 2 C's in my whole life. And that's not. It's just the way. Anyway, but it was in first grade handwriting, so my handwriting was like destined to
mine's
be
terrible,
just
too.
It's
terrible.
to begin with.
And it drove my mom nuts because her handwriting is beautiful. My handwriting is crap. And she's
Well,
just
so
like,
you're a
but
doctor.
so, oh yeah. I mean, it was just, it's just part of
I've
it.
been-
It's terrible. Oh, it's abysmal.
I've pretty much binge watched The Pit all day while I was working.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
And I will say I have noticed that I've seen nobody's handwriting in the show, and I'm like, that's what's gonna throw it off. Of like, this is fake.
I can attest that his handwriting is terrible.
Oh, it's
That's
terrible.
fair.
It's terrible.
Which so much now is electronic medical records. So and so
Yeah.
you can dictate. So
Right.
that's what saves me. Is so I don't actually I don't write a whole lot of things anymore. I talk into a microphone and where there's macros and stuff you can do through the thing. So there's because otherwise you wouldn't be able to tell one thing. You'd be like,
Remember
what?
to check Dave's prostate the next time he comes in. Remember to bring in
2 fingers, the shocker.
Remember to bring in
you
a
know.
grease stick, sunglasses, and a strobe light.
I hope that is how you that's how you get your prostate checked regularly.
That's what's gonna. Well, I just found out I got to have it done.
Oh,
Yep, turning the 50.
Yes,
It
I'm turning
becomes-
50, so
It becomes time.
nobody. I mean, does anybody
No.
want a finger in their butt?
No,
No.
and to be honest with you, there's not really any part of me that enjoys doing that.
can you just take my word for it that it's okay? I am
Oh,
one.
yes,
I am
100%.
one. I am one with my body, Doc. I am one with my body.
He's felt every ache and pain there ever was, and
If there's going to be a finger in my ass, it's going to be mine, right?
hopefully.
I thought you were
Just
gonna
tell
say,
just tell me what I'm
I thought you were
searching
gonna-
for.
I thought you were going to say Lindsay.
No.
Just like the first knuckle. It's
There
okay.
was a
No.
time where he was not my husband at the time. I don't even think we were engaged yet. I have an English bulldog. I have 2 English bulldogs actually. And Cody was lifting the dog up into the bed because the dog's sleeping in bed. But the lights were off, and he didn't realize it. And he just like fully just like 2 knuckles deep into the dog's.
Oh, and the dog was like,
oh yeah. My dog, he loves like any sort of butt touching. He likes scratchies, so he was pretty happy.
He was down.
And then all I hear in the dog
how
was,
did you know, Cody?
and then Cody he's also a gagger, so then he was just like gagging immediately.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was the funniest thing.
That's fantastic.
That was great time. What were we talking? Oh, the Amish, right? Oh, the Mennonites.
So you're buying a bowl for $3.
Yeah.
$6.
So,
Could have haggled for $5. He totally would have given it to you.
I
But
basically,
he was worried that you'd be worried about the price.
Right.
You're like, throw some more stuff
keep in
in
mind,
here. Right?
Jesse is
What else can I get?
also refinishing an entire a table, building me 2 leaves for that table.
Holy crap.
Refinishing my old vanity.
Wow.
I'm also
$29.95.
Yeah, I'm also about to buy a 6-foot, fully like all wood, handmade table from him, and then a big giant wood china cabinet, which I will probably pick up maybe this weekend. So I might have more Amish stories. But yeah, I filled up the back of my dad's pickup truck with antiques and tchotchkes for $100.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, I've spent that much or more on a single item.
I think I
of
spent that
course.
much at Captain D's.
We did tonight. Yeah.
He was like, oh man, I really hope I didn't clear you out all your cash. I'm like, we're good.
Like, we're good, bud. Thank you.
I mean,
so
we
much.
bought 2 family meals at a order of crumbs.
Is
I
Captain
think we
D's
dropped
where
one.
we went for lunch that one day?
No, we went to Kickback Jacks.
Oh, okay. That was awesome.
Which is I love Kickback Jacks,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is a step down from Kickback
Wow.
Jack.
This is because there's no Long Johns close to us, so
Oh, wow.
we have to do
really?
Captain D. Yeah, that was my first job was Long Johns. So
Yikes.
Swim the shrimp. You got to
yeah.
swim it.
yes, there's the 8-point drop method, and then there's swimming the shrimp. So
You can't make this up.
That's
no,
crazy.
listen, I still have scars on my hands from the grease.
From the grease, I'm sure.
Yeah, mhm, yeah.
That's wild. My first job was Blockbuster, so Best.
The lackluster video.
best job ever.
Love it.
100%. I'm trying to think if there's any other. I feel like that's mostly all like my good Amish stories.
You can't make any of that up. I'm telling you.
No,
That's
that was-
fantastic.
It's
I mean,
Riding
More-
bareback to the forest with an Amish family.
with the
more than most people have.
Then you
although-
show up and like the Amish people are all drunk. Welcome back.
Yeah, it was great. I was like,
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
and heck, it's a good thing that like we took when we drove out to Mary Jane and William's house. My mom got drunk on the porch. I'm like, thank God we took my car and not her car because she drives a stick. I don't know how to drive. I know how to drive a stick, but not well enough in those conditions.
In an emergency, you could get somewhere,
Exactly.
but the transmission will be gone by the time you
Right,
get there.
exactly. And,
Got it, yeah.
and to get out to their house, I mean, it is like up and down and like, and if I would have to like stop and start to like get around a friggin' buggy, there's no chance.
You would have had to put her in a buggy and let Hot Joe.
I mean, she wouldn't complain.
Yeah.
Hot Joe is also my age, so early 30s.
Is he married now? Is he married?
Oh, he's been married since like 18 and has like I think he has 4 kids, 4 or 5 kids.
He's got several. He's got a team.
Yeah.
Got you.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, they
Gotcha.
only like go to school until I think 8th grade, and then
It's time.
then they
Time
pick a
to do
trade
the-
and That's what they do.
Do your job.
Yep.
Hot Joe.
Hot Joe. He's
Hot Joe.
yeah. And I was.
Well, I'm glad somebody looks like me out there.
But
I'm just glad there's somebody that looks like me out there in the Amish community. I should meet Hot Joe.
there, yeah.
You know, I've been told we're twins.
I'll look if you ever come to
You can
Southern
arrange
Ohio,
that next time. I mean, he probably would like to come down.
Maybe.
Go eat at Kickback Jack's.
Yeah.
You know, I can just picture me interviewing on our podcast
Look.
Amish person. I think I would offend. I think the offense would be so high.
You know,
Like,
watching my dad interact with Jesse. Now, again, Jesse's Mennonite, but like, they're old order Mennonites, so they are the strictest Mennonites, which basically means they're Amish. Again, I don't really know like the ins and outs, but like, my dad just like constantly is ragging on him, and like Jesse's ragging on my dad back, and I'm like, oh, they're like cool and like normal, like you know, it's not like this tiptoe
it's interesting.
situation that I was expecting.
Interesting.
Which, you know, again, which is why I was begging to go to this wedding, because I was like, I gotta see this.
But you want to see the inside of that? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I
awesome.
imagine there's food, and again, if you've ever eaten at like an Amish buffet, incredible. The food.
Oh, it's unbelievable. The food's amazing. Yeah.
You'll have a heart attack after, but whatever.
It's all right.
It is what
It's
it
all
is.
right.
But I will be this spring, because I do all of my my garden shopping at all the Amish greenhouses. So if I have any other good encounters, I will
Yes.
let you guys
I
know.
don't say you would have to let us know.
Yeah,
That's-
we'll definitely.
that's awesome.
Well, listen, anytime you ever want to be back on the show,
Oh.
you and I
Yeah,
talk all the time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anytime you ever, any story, anything that pops up, anytime.
Look,
can
if
be
you
on the
want to
show.
do another installment, I can tell all my ghost stories. I am
Could do that too,
trying.
yeah.
I mean, we could do it now. I don't care. I am trying desperately to get on an overnight ghost hunt at the haunted place literally up the road from me that is very famous. So I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, if you get to do that, by all means, yeah, that'd be fun.
That's one of many overnight. Well, I've only done one other overnight ghost hunt, and I was obsessed, and it's all I want to do. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Dave, we're boring. That's all I know.
You're right, right. What are you doing this weekend? Sitting in
well,
the recliner
we're
watching
talking to Mary
college
because it's more
basketball.
interesting.
Like-
she's doing more interesting.
Yeah,
I literally drove to another state to do an overnight ghost hunt with Caitlin. And it was funny because Caitlin also did a different podcast with her, because she also does stand-up comedy in DC. And she did a podcast about our overnight ghost hunt, and now it's my turn.
That's great.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Hey,
We'll have her
I
on
was like-
too. Yeah,
we can do
I
that.
mean-
yeah, we'll have both of you on. That'd be fine. Yeah,
It is an interesting
But I mean, I was
dynamic.
thinking Dave, Doc, and Mary Z party of three.
Yeah.
And it just like would go together.
oh yeah,
You
no.
like that?
Yeah, no, I like it. I like
See?
it. Yeah,
Bam.
see, there you go.
Because I'm not a professional person. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're just a professional doctor that
Vista,
can't afford
Vista Print.
can't afford screen protectors.
Vista Print. That's right.
Don't worry, I'm going to spot him $10 before we go.
I'm good for it. I'm
yeah,
good for it.
yeah, you and your 2,000 patients. Like, well,
Look, maybe
I can't
this is-
swing the. I
maybe
can't
this-
swing the.
Maybe this is just a step to, he's
Right,
slowly
greater things.
he's
That's right,
slowly
that's right.
turning Amish.
Maybe.
I can't even see the screen of my phone. I don't even
That's
need
exactly
my
right.
phone.
That's
anymore.
right. I'm
That's true.
preserving. I'm going back
That
to the
makes
old
sense.
ways. The
There
old
is-
ways.
That makes sense.
There is a new show. I think it's on TLC, and I think it's called Suddenly Amish. And these
Oh.
people join, think that they want to be Amish and join a community. I haven't watched it yet, but I will, and we'll see how it is.
Suddenly Amish. There it is.
Suddenly-
Am I
There it
right? Is
is.
it Suddenly Amish?
Yeah, suddenly Amish.
I'm thinking about the show Suddenly Susan that was on in the late 90s with Brooke Shields. Was it Brooke Shields?
Yeah, it was Suddenly Season with Brooke Shields.
Suddenly Season.
In this
Oh,
new
yeah.
series, six outsiders take a leap into Amish life,
Yeah.
each driven by deeply personal reasons and the hope for transformation.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Wow.
Well, listen,
Crazy.
Mary, I appreciate you coming on the
thank
show
you so much.
tonight.
This has
This
been
has been fun. I knew it would
awesome.
be. I knew it would be a great time. Hang on while we transition here, and we'll wrap up. But ladies and gentlemen, Mary Z,
Thank you.
thank you so much for being on the Dave
Awesome
and
job.
Doc
Awesome stuff.
podcast.
Happy to be here anytime.
Ghost
Thanks, guys.
Stories next. Ghost stories next.
Deal.
All right, that was Mary Z on the Dave and Doc podcast. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. How about that stuff?
Wow, bareback.
In the creek.
Two riders bareback. They're dropping in briar patches and then getting in the creek, and then she gets back and everybody's just shit faced drunk.
Right. And then we morphed into, we got no fingers. But we're hot.
Her dad's shooting his thumb off with a crossbow.
Hot Joe.
Hot Joe.
J, whatever.
Hot Joe with a shocker, apparently.
It's like the split shocker, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
I did enter I mentioned when we were talking to her about, it sounds like a Steel Panther song. There's actually a Steel Panther song called The Shocker.
Of course there
And I
is.
introduced her to Steel Panther. And she was like, these
course there
guys
is.
are amazing. I'm like, of course they are.
It's those little things like that. You going, these are just subtle things telling me about this personality here. No,
Yeah.
she seems really awesome.
No, she's great. She's great.
I think, like I said, super great energy. She did a great job putting up with our squirreling moments and getting back on track. But she could go with us.
Yeah,
so I
no.
thought that was really good.
Yeah, when you
So
talk
we
to
enjoyed
us,
that.
you gotta have to. It's kind of like riding a horse bareback when you're talking to us, right?
It's got to grab on tight and wing it and jump in the creek.
No, this was great. Again, it kind of veered from the normal show that we do, and we talk a lot of sports and stuff. But
we enjoy. But this was good. I mean, we
was
enjoy
fun.
this, and like I said, we love the real life stuff. We
Yeah.
love the opportunity just to kind of have the banter or the bantam chickens, the banter back and forth. All the things, and it's that messed me up.
I liked you said like a
Cornish
hen.
hen. I mean, I was trying.
No, I get
6, 7, 6, 7.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, kids. Oh my god. Wow.
Every score, if it gets 67, young Kate very excited still. I know it's lost some of its steam, but it's still pretty funny.
If Kate likes it,
And
I'm
you've-
on board.
And you've never lived till you've seen Bennett do it at church.
That's even better.
Dadgum cousins set a bad
even better.
example.
Did you see the video of the kid like singing in like the Christmas thing, and he like grabbed his crotch, and his parents go, "Stop it!" Like they were filming.
No, I didn't see that.
He was like,
but that's legendary.
it was great.
My wee wee bigger.
Yeah. I'm like, oh god, that's awesome. Oh wow.
Hey, thankful to be back in it.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Ohio. Thank you, Amish country, Mennonite. If you got a chance, if you got an opportunity, we appreciate it. Great stuff.
Maybe we
Thank
send
you
them a
again.
laptop
Thank
so
you
they
again.
can-
Right? Thank you, Mary Z. Remember, all things for the show, daveanddoc.com. That's daveand.doc.com. And we will see you soon. Go Vols. Big win tonight. Whooping up on Miami, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
We won't mention that blue team that you like, but we'll say go Duke tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go Noles for football.
Yeah, we gotta wait for that. Ain't nothing happening there.
It's all right. Coming soon to a theater near you. We appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, folks. Episode 101 of the Dave and Doc podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.